everyone, I'm Becky.
I'm Sarah.
We're doing Bickering book reviews. We are having a very, very complicated cold medicine day.
Because some of us are on cold medicine.
Everyone's on so much cold medicine. And I'm a hypochondriac, so I'm convinced I have the coronavirus.
Corona?
The coronavirus. The coronavirus. I'm convinced I have the coronavirus because I was in a public place in a city where there was somebody that may have been infected.
You live in the world.
Because I live in the world, and because I always am convinced I have whatever they're talking about. But that's besides the point.
There's been a lot of zombie conversations going on around at work.
Oh, really?
Just
about
based
the
on
corona. I don't know why I'm not saying it right, because I've read many an article and watched many a news story about it.
Cold medicine.
I have a story about it. It's cold medicine.
Okay, well, we should talk about the book.
We should talk about the book. So today we're talking about Every Reason We Shouldn't, which I got off of Edelweiss. It's by Sara Fujimura.
And I had a physical art of it, so
there we are.
So helpful.
So this book is about Olivia, whose name I forgot, who we're going to see how this goes, who was a champion juniors figure skater with her partner, who she calls Egg. And something happened and they kind of fell out and they basically gave up. And so Olivia is trying to help her parents keep their ice skating rink open because her parents were gold medalists. And this new boy named Jonah comes to town and his family's wealthy and he's training to be a speed skater. And so they run out a lot of the ice time. And so then they start interacting and feelings develop and Olivia has to decide, like, does she want to try to go back to skating? Does she want to be a normal life? What is her relationship with Jonah? Her mom has a serious injury from a fall on the ice, and so there's this idea, can she help her mom? What does her mom need? Can they keep the ice skating rink open? And it kind of goes from there. There's a storyline with Egg, and he's trying to get on tour as an ice skater, and
every time you say the name Egg, I'm just like,
yeah.
No. Because they get into, like, why he's called Egg, and I'm like, I don't want to spend time in that place.
No, and so here's the deal.
So every time we say the name Egg, I'm, like, thinking about that place.
I was very young when The Cutting Edge came out. And my younger sister and I watched it literally probably 100 times. Like, that was our jam. So every time I get a book about love on ice skates, I'm like, it's The Cutting Edge. This is not The Cutting Edge. It's not.
It's not even close.
So
it's cute though. I mean, it's cute.
It's
like I do like the pairing of Jonah and Olivia. I like them.
I do.
I like them. I think it was rough in some parts.
It was. And I don't know if it got cleaned up in the final edition. I don't know if, because I feel like Sara Fujimura usually was self-publishing before this. This might
really?
Be
I've actually read others by her before.
I've read 2 other books by her, and I don't think they were released through a big publisher. And I like
because
them.
There were some spots that will and do need editing. I mean, there were times that, like, it would literally be the same sentence, like, back to back, and then there'd just be, like, an also thrown in.
Well,
and then, like, the same word would be used.
They kept describing everything as extra.
Again.
And
or
I've
like
never
the same
heard
slang over and over again.
Have you heard people describe things as extra?
Oh yeah. Yeah, but like
Not...
the thing is, yes, a lot. However, I think by really leaning heavily into the slang though, you're gonna date your book.
But also, I don't feel like the average person uses the slang as the same level that these characters did. I love the ice skating parts. I love the part about Jonah training, because you don't usually get to see stuff about boys training for those kinds of sports. I felt like their relationship was a little rushed. I would have liked to see more of them. And I feel like I needed more backstory with her parents.
Her parents were hard, because I feel like I was supposed to like the dad, but I didn't like the dad. Like, I feel like the way it was framed, it felt like he was a grade A jerk, and I don't necessarily think that was true. Because in the context of the book, you really don't see too much of him.
See, the dad didn't bother me.
But I don't know, I didn't like the dad. And, like, the dad and the mom's relationship is, like, grade A romance. Like, it's,
right.
They are the cutting edge. That is cutting edge.
They're the cutting edge.
And I was kind of more interested to know more about the mom. Like, why, like... How the mom, like, what's going on with the mom, I guess, I was interested in that, which is weird. I loved the Mac storyline, though.
Yeah,
Mac was so interesting. She was, like, the best friend, other worker.
She was the only real parent in the whole book.
Right, and so she's 20, and she had a kid young with a guy that wasn't great, but they're still kind of trying to co-parent, and she's into roller derby, and like it was interesting to kind of see the cross section between the ice skating and the roller derby, and how like Jonah can help out with the roller derby girls and all that fun stuff. Overall, it was good. I mean, it's general fluffy book, like, but I definitely think that there were pieces and parts that just didn't work right.
So we should rate it.
Okay. Our rating scale goes from 5 unicorns down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it doesn't get a horn and is therefore a horse. Where are you?
I'm at a 3. It was a fluffy good time, but it had issues.
I'm at a 3. And I'm almost considering going down to a 2 just because egg. But I'm going to stay at a 3 because it was a fluffy good romance. So
that is where we are on every reason we shouldn't.
All right.
Bye.
So see you around.